Iowa. Troy, Missouri. Britt, Iowa, Macon, Missouri. These guys right now are number 3 in the points for 2018. Well, how about that, folks? Let's hear from you. You bet. The man driving this, I said Don Storjohn owns it, but Tim Franzen, the nephew out of Plainfield, Iowa, driving the tractor.
What wheel speed these guys can develop and horsepower, yeah. They won't even tell you how much horsepower they make. It's a lot.
All right, I think he's going to go official with that at 331 and 48, folks. 331 and 48. He is going to go with that. Now, tonight in this class, folks, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, we have 4 of our regulars. Our 5th regular out of Minnow, South Dakota, Alan and Gary Ulmer, champion, and that was determined right here. This tractor finished number 2 at the National Farm Machinery Show, won Manila, Iowa, as well as Arlington, Nebraska, Mobile, and Whitewright. Ladies and gentlemen, out of Beatrice, Nebraska, Colin Weeds on the Deer Factor. Okay, got kind of amongst it down there. Those guys have been fighting with a horsepower loss problem. They did make a good pass at the Missouri State Fair. They finished up number 2 down there, if I recall correctly.
Fred, always one of the prettiest tractors to go down the track.
Okay, I've kind of got some dead here. I'm waiting for a measurement. Okay, we're holding a sled here right for a minute, waiting for a number. Fives once in a while, but they're 24.5 if you look on the side of them. So he's been waiting a long time, folks, to be able to get this track to go. Here we go. Ryan Boyson, under construction out of Ottawa, Iowa. Okay. Yeah, got to do a little adjustment on the brakes. Folks, give me a round of applause. You bet. Last week he had a fuel.
These are complex machines. I don't know how many years it takes to really get them to run and perform well.
Okay, he goes 220 and 70. He lost the fuel pump last week and tried to run away. They had to kill the tractor with air. So he will get it improved, and of course does not make a difference. Here we go. Mark Ulmer has in the past run Grand National, has been a points champion and so forth. This year, you'll see him out with an alcohol tractor. You'll see him with one of these. These guys come to the track with a lot of knowledge. He calls it the Lost out of Minnow, South Dakota. Moldy Charger Diesel. Uh-oh, that was not what he wanted to do. You could tell he had the horsepower. As Dale said, say you punch 30 PSI into one turbo, that's going to double it. Maybe you go to 60 to 75, punch that into another one, you might get you 100 and a quarter or better. Some of these guys in the diesel side will run over 200 pounds of boost towards 300. And so, think he's done, folks. Give him a round of applause. All of a sudden, that black smoke went wide on him. Okay, he is going to rehook. I really thought they were just going to drag it back. When they took the chain off, I thought, okay, that was sudden death. Okay, he was under 50 foot at that point. Okay, we got the word he is dropping the last. He thinks he knows what the problem is. He's going to roll that big old. How many Farm fans thinks he can get over the John Deere? Where y'all at? John Deere guys, you think you're going to hold on to it?
The Farmall fans are all way down there,
They're all
Fred.
down there. Okay, here we go. Out of Atkins, Iowa, Glenn Freese Jr. Ready! Talk about skating. That baby went back and forth. Him wearing the hitch pin out on that thing. Folks, give him a round of applause. He was one busy dude in there. Yeah.
She didn't grab the first place flag, but she checked.
Goes 322 and 29. 322. So he will go number 2. Not saying he didn't give it a try to go after the other boys out of Iowa. They still lead it, as you see there, just off warranty at 331 and 48. So the boys with the just off, we're glad to have them with us. So it is the Deer Fever. Now these guys won Dubuque, Iowa here a couple of weeks ago. They were having some issues with the John Deere. So John Deere fans, cheer them on. These boys are right here out of the great state of South Dakota. They call it the Deer Fever. Gary Whiff. Gary's a pretty experienced operator. Knew he better get out of that throttle right now.
Good thing.
Right now he needed to get out of that throttle. He did it just right. Got all he could get, got her back on the ground in one piece. Oh, 319 and 52, 319 and 52. We will go number 3, folks. What a pass with the man out of Frankfort, South Dakota. Wow, I just love watching these guys. Now I'm taking a look down here on the end. Diesel, he had something go way south on him here a moment ago. But this guy can run with these boys if the old girl will stay with him. So Mark Ulmer on the lost. He's taken points championships with this. He also runs a light diesel super called the Weapon. Also has the Eleanor Alcohol New Holland. So you never know what Mark's going to show up with. So here we go out of Minnesota, South Dakota. It is the lost. Okay, same thing. Folks, give him a round of applause. Man, I want to see that thing go.
It just wants to snuff itself out.
Yeah. Now, if he had probably another extra 10 minutes, he'd have that taken care of. So that is going to be a wrap on our 6,200-pound unlimited super stocks. And we'll put the leaderboard up for you here in just a moment as we see that Mr. Ulmer rolls off the track.
Thank you, Mr. Ulmer.
Okay, we're waiting. We'll do a rundown here in a minute as soon as we get a distance. Okay, gonna go about 42 feet right there. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner this evening in this class out of Plainfield, Iowa, the man driving the tractor, Tim Franzen, will take the win with just off warranty tractor owned by Uncle Don Storajon. Red Ink at Glenn Freese goes number 2. Number 3, the Deer Fever, Gary and Brandon Whiff out of South Dakota. Number 4, Colin, Sean, and Taylor. The Deer Factor goes number 4. Number 5, under construction, Brian Bolson's brand new tractor out of Ottawa, Iowa. And the Lost sitting at about 42 feet. Folks, give a big round of applause. I'll tell you what, we don't have a lot of them, but they are good ones. And I wish we would have had the other Ulmers with theirs, but I mean, we're talking major engine damage on that one. So you can see them there on the leaderboard. We're going to get ready and go to two-wheel drives here in a few minutes.
Thank you. Driveline Services out of Sioux Falls. Weeman Land and Auction out of Marion. Greg's Welding from Pipestone Classic Corner out of Madison. Thank you very much. Kundert Williams Insurance. Dakota Toys Jesse James Country Store out of Garrettson. Cool Sutton Agency out of Flandreau. Floorworks out of Wentworth. They do garage and shop floors. Laurent Hagena out of Davis. Hagena Farms. Palisade Oil out of Garrettson. People's Bank of Jasper. Don's Auto of Garrettson. Mark Gary and